Sorry, I forgot. Hopefully you don't have to garden with a mask on. I'm not, I'm just doing it for fun. But welcome back. As you can see with the panoramic shot, the garden's about done. We burned everything yesterday. It's November 8th, and obviously it was cold and it got warm and it stayed warm. I'm still in shorts, but because of scheduling, I want to show you guys how to put garlic in. This is how we started this whole series with me uncovering my garlic over here by the asparagus. But I want to show you how I do it. It's not hard. I came out here this morning. I had this spot to figure out I wanted to put it. The other week I put some fertilizer in here, just compost and some chicken litter that I've had laying around, like they say 6 months with the litter. I don't know, sometimes, but my compost, I mixed that up. I broadcasted this across, tilled it in, and now when I actually plant the garlic in, I actually add some of my dad's compost, which is a much finer, nicer blend. It doesn't have all the eggshells in it like mine. So let's get down and show you what I'm doing. All right, we're back down here. I've made a furrow. They say in like northern areas, once again, I'm in Chicagoland, 4 to 6 inches, and it will be, you'll say it's not that deep, but it will be once I pull up some dirt on top of it. These are my clothes. I mean, I save the best of the best. If you want big garlic, you gotta plant big garlic. So that's what seems to work for me. This is the heel. This is the top, when it's together. You can see, you pull it apart. You don't pull it apart till like you're just ready to put it in. I'm not gonna do this today because it's just still too warm. It's supposed to cool off this week and get back to normal temperatures, but I can at least show you. So you break them apart a day to a week, that's it, or they'll dry out. So put this side down, and then I'll come back, so I dressed it with some compost, but these are heavy feeders, and if you want them to do well, you have to have enough for them. So I have it out in the field, and then I'm gonna take my dad's finer compost and sprinkle it right down the middle on top, and then I'm gonna pull both these sides in and kind of like put a crown to it. So when it's done, it's gonna have, because this, sorry Marlo. So when this is done, this is gonna be rounded up. Then always mark where your rows are at, because for whatever reason in the winter, soil moves. This ground will not freeze underneath these leaves, but soil moves. But these stakes at least give you an idea where your row is at. So once you've covered it with grass, or leaves, and put a small layer on there, and you go back. So I got these from work. They're aluminum, and you cover them because what you don't always want is the weight of the leaves getting wet or the snow, compacting that down, because then your garlic will not be able to come up. In the past, like I said in an earlier video, I took these are just 1x pickets, fence pickets. You can screw them together, to make a little house. It doesn't matter, as long as, you could probably put bricks on the ends and have this, as long as it's not compressing on the leaves and on top of the garlic. Because that very first video, just something I pulled those back, they were pale, but they were all, they weren't smashed down. I learned this over years of doing this, that you can do it, but you don't want them to get crushed down. Then, when you're all done with all your rows that you're gonna do, and you have some leaves on them, and you go back, you put all your houses on, because you have your markers. Then you go back, I'll show you, I have some straw, I've been sucking up leaves all day today, and you just put as many leaves as you can on top. You can't put too many leaves on, because one year it was super windy, and it blew all my leaves off, and the ground froze, and I lost all my garlic. So if you live somewhere, you have a lot northwest winds in the winter, put some 1x's on it, or snow fence, or put something on it to hold the leaves down. And really that's about it. But you gotta plan it to your time zone. You want them in, I think they want to start a little bit but then you want the deep freeze to come in and you're done. So timing's everything. So, well folks, that's about it for now. Stay dirty, my friends.